Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Wow, this truly is impressive. The future Camp Nou, it has been christened. A show of power, prominence, prestige for Barcelona. So off we go then.
Del Piero will be relishing this game to showcase his many talents.
The guy's just...
Decent chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So, a breakthrough already. All the way back. Van Dijk. And Serginho. Decent progress down the left. Camavinga. Van Dijk. In with the challenge.
That's good play from him.
Davids. And it's Messi. And it's Messi. And Messi! They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Cafu. Now that looks a decent ball, and that has left him in a heap. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. Cafu is the guilty party there. Alexander-Arnold, searching pass he's played there. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Davids. And this is Cruyff. Spread it left. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Manchester United upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Del Piero really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving.
Climbs up big! Sticks it away! And again they hit the front. devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cruyff. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Looking to play him in. Messi. Seedorf. Back into the middle. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Opts for safety. Davids. Roberto Carlos. Lovely feet. And here's Beckham. He has found the way through. Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And we have our very first corner. Insigne! Serginho attempts a clearance. And it's Beckham. Baresi.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Davids. And here's Roberto Carlos. Nice sequence of passes, this. Pato is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And we hit half-time. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Serginho. Camavinga. Knocks it into space. Beckham. Baresi. Baresi looking to provide the solidity his team so need.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Cafu. Cross from Cafu. Czech deals with that, nice and simple. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Roberto Carlos could try cutting inside here. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Messi. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries to play it through. That is a brilliant interception.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Davids. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi. Camavinga, and it's Del Piero. Turns back here, probably the best option. Van Dijk. Camavinga. Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Messi. Messi powering. Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
He is through here. Deftly away. That's a throw.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 10. Messi.
Messi picks it up out wide.
El dorsal 12.
Yamal.
Beckham.
Whistle's gone,
Serán
that's a foul.
sustituidos por el dorsal 18, el dorsal 15. Bale. El dorsal 13.
Not much doubt about
el
who's going to
dorsal
take this
6,
one.
El dorsal 14. Cambio de jugadores.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. He's gone for goal! And it's Fernandez. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again. It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here. And here's Del Piero. Oh, that was vital.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Seedorf demonstrating his defensive quality there. Tries to pass it through. Mateus.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he was quick to react. Now he's got space here. That has ended up in no man's land. Very much into the last knockings.
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Terrific header! It's there! 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Oh, smashing header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So now the difference is 3. And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. How would you summarise what we've seen? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. No, that's been intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Ocker, and the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he thumps it clear. Knocks it into space. Now this could be a Brazilian counter-attack. Kilishoy. Aviati gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Lorenzo Insigne, and he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. David Beckham! Another picture postcard goal! A finish right from the top draw! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And it's Okazaki. Good pressure, determined into... And Aubameyang! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Beckham. Davids. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, super ball. Roberto Carlos delivers.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lorenzo Insigne is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Brilliantly cut out. Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Lorenzo Insigne. Oh, that's a key interception. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And it's Okazaki, driving through the middle. Lorenzo Insigne. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi. Beckham. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi goes sliding in. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Messi. Seedorf. Great ball, and he's in here. Cafu has it in a wide... Big header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Beckham. And he's being shifted off it. Chance here to counter. Looking for options for movement. It's shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Davids. Howson. Shawlinton. Can he spark a counter here? And here's Okazaki. Played with finesse. And he's gone backward here. And it's Zanetti. Nicely shaped ball. And he's cut it out. Beckham. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Okazaki. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Looking to play him in, and he plays one through. Terrific header! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. Cruyff! Cruyff! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And the pass is intercepted. Gives it back. Kilitshoy in the hunt and looking threatening. Davids. So what can they make of this? Oh, nicely intercepted. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Aubameyang. Park Ji-sung. Lorenzo Insigne. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot's on here. Great chance! They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Now it's Messi. Kilitshoy. Park Ji-sung does really well to win the ball there. Beckham. Messi, very much a man of this moment. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 6. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 11.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Koundé. And it's Joelinton. And a chance! Goal! Right back in the game! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Aubameyang.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Brazil looking to pass their way through.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Great vision. That looks a good ball through. Could try cutting inside here. He rises! And yes, it's there! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And very quick. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos que o circuito interno de imagens está em operação para sua segurança.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Wow, this truly is impressive. The future Camp Nou, it has been christened. A show of power, prominence, prestige for Barcelona. So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, the winger Lee Kang-in is a very interesting player, Peter, because there's something almost unique about the way he dribbles, the close ball control, the ability to break those lines. Easily one of the best prospects to emerge out of South Korea in recent times.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Chooses to go cross-field. Seedorf promptly onto that, and that is that. Engages and forces him off the ball. Seedorf turns back here, probably the best option. In with the challenge. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Beckham plays the return pass, and he's picked out the run. He's found a way through, and it's hoisted clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Tries to pass it through. Bergkamp. It's Bergkamp! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Goal! First blood drawn. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
En el minuto 14, el dorsal 18.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Howson.
Gil Vicente really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in's cross. Well, and the shot! He has done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Irwin. That's Lee Kang-in. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And it's Lopez. Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now that's well seen too. Jimenez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Van Nistelrooy. Howson makes the interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's clever. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Seedorf gets a foot in here. Rijkaard. Robson. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Gets a good foot in there. Davids. A searching ball out wide. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Bergkamp. And here's Insigne. No way through there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Lee Kang-in. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And he's on a charge. Oh, that's neat. O'Shea. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Lee Kang-in. Well, that is a little undercooked. Insigne! He's got a goal! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Van Nistelrooy. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Gets his head on it! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And the half-time whistle goes. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again.
Gil Vicente can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Pass is just off target. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Beckham is always looking to play quality balls. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cafu. Now it's Cruyff. Robson spots it and intercepts. Tries to shapes to shoot! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Well, there was to be no other outcome.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Lee Kang-in. Looking for the run, and he plays one through.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Ended up in no man's land. He won't be happy with that one. Lee Kang-in tries making a foray down the right. Looking to play him in. Can he get onto this? Could be danger here. Howson lays it forward. Caught offside that time. Davids, who does have an assist to his name. And it's Beckham. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Messi. And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And we have our very first corner. tries to get it clear. Knocks it into space. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good alertness. Hazard hurtling down that right flank. Hazard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Messi. Beckham. He's crossed into the middle.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
We have
9,
got changes here,
el
from
dorsal
both sides
11.
in fact. So
Serán
a couple of
sustituidos
front-footed
por
alterations
el
here, a
dorsal
pair of
18.
forwards entering the
El
field.
dorsal 13.
It's a bold
Se
move.
va a
The
realizar
manager's
un
made
cambio de
his
jugadores.
intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Has a look and plays it forward. Threads one in. No, it's come to nothing. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. That has been cut short. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Gil Vicente clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's shifting through the gears here. It's a mighty effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Now, can they get him away? Floated through. Aviati gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Roberto Carlos. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now, what about a counter-attack? That is a great pick-out. And here's Rafael Leao. Oh, such a clever touch. Hazard. Hazard with the delivery. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Robson gets across to intercept that.
Habrá
Played into
2
space.
minutos de descuento.
Oh, important interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's forced to go back. And it's Hazard. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's worked it through. Howson clears. And that will be the final act. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be. And that Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Wow, this truly is impressive. The future Camp Nou, it has been christened. A show of power, prominence, prestige for Barcelona. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this boy, Endrick, is someone who's been praised by some of the greats of the Brazilian game. And if you're getting plaudits like that, then there's obviously something special at play here. He's got pretty much everything you need in an attacking player, and those powerful movements inside and outside the box worry defenders no end.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. And it's made its way to him. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. This looks promising. Can he finish? And that was very necessary. And here's Lopez. Now it's Rice. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Strokes it back. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Bergomi. De Bruyne. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. He's picked his way through. side yet able to find the net. And it's Rice. O'Shea does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Endrick. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Spain applying the press here, a high press. And De Bruyne! Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. O'Shea. Looking for the run. Oh, he's been caught napping. There will be a throw-in. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now the ball, oh, what a climb! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. Can he get it through? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now there, De Bruyne! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Rijkaard. Half an hour played now. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Spread out to the left. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Not the most accurate pass. That's a sharp pass. Vermeer. Now it's Endrick. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Out towards the flank. Rice. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great vision. Now this could be a chance. And he shoots! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
He's beaten the last shot, surely! Brilliant from Endrick! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now the ball's gone astray. Now it's Endrick. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Lopez. And the shot's on here. He's had a shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Goes for a shot! It's in! The second half sparks straight into life. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Bergomi cuts out the pass. Alexander-Arnold. That's Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Looking for a runner. Endrick. Fermin. Spain looking to pass their way through, and it's Lopez.
Gil Vicente have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Can he latch on to this? Alexander-Arnold is flagged offside. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Spain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Roberto Carlos.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Beckham. Now it's Messi. Now that's well seen too.
Gil Vicente may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
De Bruyne. Roberto Carlos does really well there. He is strong. And it's Forlan. And he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Baresi. And it's Seedorf. And no, that was never going to make it. Tries to pass it, and a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Spain really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Seedorf. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Endrick has found the net here, of course. Rice. He's a sharp little ball here.
A think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Big chance! He scored! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Spain go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Nicely intercepted. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And Beckham! Oh, it's hit the post! Played in by Roberto Carlos. Oh, shooting chance! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Cross in. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Spain have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Rice. Just 5 minutes left. De Bruyne!
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 16, Forlán, será sustituido por el dorsal 11.
Messi. Davids. It's Roberto Carlos. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And now the breakaway. Baresi. And they can counter here. And it's Messi. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Rijkaard. Now it's Endrick. Little doubt, that is a foul. And with that, the final whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better...